I'm a true.
Okay, so first of all, hi. It's been a while. You're watching this and you're a regular on the channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you are, you'll know that I've been gone for a couple weeks. And there's some reasoning for that. You know, basically it was me changing stuff. You also notice that the channel name is no longer the PGH Production. You'll notice the intro kind of was different, whatever. And realistically, what that means is channel now is Garage Rats. So this is kind of the place where like me and my friends do car stuff, and yeah. It's not just about me anymore, it's about me and my friends, so I can actually say we and mean it. So on that note, we can get jumping into what we're doing now, or in this video. We're starting because I like working on cars, and sometimes you just gotta change it up. Granted, this one isn't mine. This is my friend Michelle's. She bought it because this is essentially what her first car was, and she loved it, and she got rid of it, or through one way or another it was sold. So she started hanging out with us, car people, and decided to get back into the car scene. This is a 1982 Volkswagen Rabbit Convertible. It failed emissions simply because of the gas cap, so she got a new gas cap for it. Needs a clutch. The clutch and the clutch cable need to be adjusted, and realistically it's got a little bit of like a temperamental overheating thing. It doesn't really overheat a ton, but it does run a little warm, so you have to turn the heater on. AC doesn't work, the top's destroyed, but we got another top here. Stuff like that. I mean, it's just basic. This is stuff you go through when you buy a car this old. The stereo, there was none in it, so she got a stereo, and I've been kind of wiring it to it, trying to figure it out, but I can't figure out the rears, because the rears are interesting, so we're gonna skip the rears, and we're gonna go straight to the doors and get the door speakers in. But in order to figure out what we're doing today, we're gonna work on this car audio business, which means we gotta figure out how to carefully, very, very carefully take off the door panel to get to the speaker down here. Yeah, and then we're gonna figure out what size speakers these are, so we can go get some decent ones and wire it in. So the only thing I had to do is remove the 1 Phillips screw out of the speaker itself and pull it right out. So now the question is how do we get the speaker out of this? I can grease all over it. Instead we'll get whatever this is all over it. Okay. And voila. And this is a 4 to 8 ohm 75 watt max Metra speaker from 2011. So this speaker is a cheap speaker. It is a 4x6. So we need to find some 4" by 6" speakers for the front. So this is the part where I either go look online and try to find something reasonably good or something. Yeah, here's the speaker that this is. They're $25 on Amazon for a single speaker, and they're crap. They're dead. So I'm gonna go ahead and get find a spot for some new ones, and it looks like these ones were like cut a little bit to make them fit in the housing, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to do the same. Yeah. So with that being said, let's go find some speakers. These are some, I guess, DSC 460s. They're just some kicker 4x6s, just a cheap whatever. We're gonna go ahead and get these out of the box, as well as pull the other one out of the door, get them trimmed to match the Swiss cheese marks here, and we'll get them in the car and try them out. Check this out. This is the original speaker in this one. This one doesn't make as much noise as the Metra. The Metra makes terrible noise. Every time it hits the bass, it just static. This one, nothing. That's why it's the original speaker. I just find it cool, that's all. Okay, so I admit this is probably not the best fitting setup here, but I'm really trying to do the best I can. Pretty close, and I'm trying not to break it. That's the trick, is to not force it. So, I mean, it's in there, it's tight, it's not like jammed in there, like to the point where it's gonna break something very soon. But I think it'll work just fine. It's secure enough and it's trimmed enough that it will fit. So, and you can see at this one, they had to cut a lot more of the speaker than I'm willing to trim. So, yeah. It's also part of the reason why it may have failed. So, with that being said, these are junk, and we can go ahead and try and put the kickers in. Try them out. So, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Number 2. Alright, we're going to give it a test listen again with both speakers in the front here, and see how it sounds now. Alright, so both of them are in, and they're not obviously the best speakers in the world, but you know, especially the form factor they are. There's obviously going to be some limitations, bass and whatnot, and I think we found some of that, but no big deal. The problem though, now, the next issue is if we leave this connected, it will drain the battery. So you got the ground here, you got the constant here, and if you look, both of these previously were wired into the constant hot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a switch on it, and we're gonna kind of like hide it somewhere so that she can flip it whenever she wants to listen to the radio and then leave it off. I think she said she kind of was like wanting it here, but unless this like little square pops out, I'm not really big on that whole idea. Because I don't want to be drilling into the dash, because that would suck. Alright, so just like that, it's all done. We had to change up a couple things on the actual like cage piece in there because it wasn't very solid, but got it all figured out. So this acts as the key to power, and then once it hits, it'll auto connect to the device. Honestly, pretty clean. I'm happy with this. In the next few days, I'll have the Bentley book for these, which is like the Bible for cars like this, Volkswagen specifically, and it's a specific book, like really detailed, really, I mean, it's a $60 book. Waiting on that book. Once we do that, then we're gonna start digging into other things like figuring out the issue. There's a light that comes on for the oil pressure. The gas gauge doesn't work. We're gonna go and dig into some of these unknowns to try and figure out what's wrong with them and get them fixed. We're gonna be doing a lot different stuff with the channel now, or a lot more things with the channel. Hopefully I can show you guys Marcus's GTI soon, because he's gone crazy with it. And kind of see what he has also done with his daily. I don't even know if you guys know about the daily. It's been that long. So yeah, like I said, subscribe if you haven't. You won't regret it. And if you do, I'm sorry, but whatever. Yeah. In the meantime, take it easy, rats. See you in the next one.